In this video, we're going to introduce the major units of concentration that we're going to be working with in this chapter. If you need to refresh your memory on basic units of concentration and how to work with concentration, you should go back to Chapter 4 and take a look at the introductory examples of how to calculate a molarity, a molality, a mole fraction, or a mass percentage. That's all really in Chapter 4 and in the first semester. So we're not going to really do any calculations involving these, but I am going to introduce them to you just to refresh your memory as to what they are. So the first one we're going to work with is molarity, and this is by far one of the most popular ones because it allows you to work with the volume of the solution, which is something that's very handy to have in the lab. So molarity, by definition, gets the symbol big M, and this is moles of solute divided by the volume of the solution in units of liters. So it's moles of solute divided by the volume of the solution in liters. And we use this extensively through chapters 13, 14, and now we're going to continue to use it. So this is something that you're very familiar with. Now the second one is one that you might have to be reintroduced to, and that is molality. So this gets the symbol little m, and this is equal to moles of solute divided by the mass of solvent in units of kilograms. And this may seem a little bit unusual, but this actually turns out to be the main thing that will determine colligative properties. So we use molality primarily in colligative properties. So we'll see that as we get along in this chapter. The third one that we're going to talk about is mole fraction. And we're familiar with this from gases, where we talked about mole fraction of gases. So the mole fraction gets the symbol chi, which is a fancy X. And this is the moles of solute that we're interested in. There could be more than one solute, but in this case, we're interested in one solute, divided by the total moles. The moles of solute plus solvent. Or another way to think of this is the total moles. So that is mole fraction. And then finally we have mass percentage. And so this gets the symbol little m percent, and that tells you that it's a mass percent. You can also have a mole percent. That's just a variation of the mole fraction. But mass percent is the mass of solute divided by the total mass, or the mass of the solute plus solvent. And so this is the total mass. And then because this is a percent, this gets multiplied by 100. So that is mass percentage. So these are the 4 units we're going to be working with, and in the next video we're going to learn how to convert between these various units of concentration.